right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. It is 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, April 19th, 2021 on a Monday. Thanks for joining us this morning. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Let's go ahead and talk market, shall we? Before we begin, make sure to click the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. That's to turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel, like our videos. Appreciate it as always. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, let's go ahead and talk talk market, shall we? Dow futures right now down 43 points off its lows. Nasdaq futures down 56 off its lows. S&P futures down about 7 currently off its lows, and the Russell 2000 futures are down 0.49%, 2248. Bitcoin futures 56,790. We had a big fall on Saturday night. I don't know if anyone saw that. I went ahead and posted that overnight. And we got as low as around 52,000 on Bitcoin, and then we bounced. Crude futures up 0.38%, gold futures down 0.19%, silver futures down 0.57%. And euro dollar is up 57 pips, 120.40. 108.08 on the dollar yen, down 71 pips currently for my Forex people. And the VIX is up 4.74% currently right now. So it's a pretty rainy day here in Central Florida. Let's go ahead and, oh wow, CNBC is back in the studio. I have it here inside here. So let's go ahead and talk about what's moving pre-market, and then we'll answer some questions. Clove is up 10% pre-market. I own shares of that. Looks like there's a short squeeze going on. We had calls on that going on last week on some unusual options activity. Premium members and masterclass members caught that one. On the Dow, Apple's down about a quarter point. Intel is green. Microsoft down 0.27%. Boeing's down 0.48%. Salesforce.com down 0.81%. Coca-Cola up nearly 1% on a beat on their earnings report. What was the other one here? Visa's down 0.42%. On the S&P, Tesla's down 2.37% after the report of the crash because of the autopilot going on, but there was no driver supposedly. Let's see, General Electric down 0.37%, AMD is flat. Harley-Davidson is up 8.72%, I believe they just reported earnings. American Airlines down 0.23%, NVIDIA down 2.33% on some headlines. Let me go ahead and read that headline to you. I had it here. NVIDIA, I knew I had it. NVIDIA. UK to intervene on national security grounds on NVIDIA and ARM deal. So that's bringing that little bit of pressure on the stock. Again, any kind of news that you guys want to see, you want to check it out on Twitter. It's at G.A.R Capital on Twitter. All right, so next we have is the NASDAQ. Peloton, there was some issues with their Peloton treadmill. Some pets and some little children died. They put some warnings out. The stock is down 6.61%, but JP Morgan is saying to buy the dip. That's their recommendation. Moderna's down 0.165% as well. And that's where we are so far pre-market. Let's take a look at some crypto, what's moving. Bitcoin is at 56,596. Ethereum 2226. Dogecoin or Dogecoin, I always mess that up. They're near 40 cents currently. XRP, which is Ripple, $1.38. Cardano, 124. Litecoin at 268, Chainlink at 3906, and Binance at 516.53. That's where we are today. All right, so that's where we are pre-market. Now let's take a look and see what's going on in the markets here. Let's answer some questions. Let me get my glasses because I'm very blind. Okay, good morning. Am I confident in Tesla calls? Absolutely. Tesla, I own some Tesla calls, and right now again, just a pre-market movement. We're bouncing slightly, pretty much hugging that 100-day moving average. So again, just some headlines. I'm not really worried about it. Good morning. How does GS? I does him tell me. Look, well, we're not even open yet, but yeah, I own those calls. Goldman Sachs is basically bouncing back. We're about 32 cents off the close level. My level is 344.54. IWM a little bit down, but again, it's basically hugging the 100-day moving average on the hourly. 226.20 needs to break. I believe we should. Thoughts on DKNG for the week? I would not trade DKNG ever again. DKNG, I'm over trading it. I just own it. I'm okay with just owning it. And right now on the hourly, not much going on. 55.10 is my support level to buy some more shares. If I'm going to go ahead and maximize this on the daily, again, pretty much 55.10 is my support. That's how I'll buy some more. I still love the stock long term. How do China tensions affect markets? We have had tensions for the past 5 years, so 4 years. So what has really changed? What makes you so confident holding NEO long term? Basically, it's EV, and China is the biggest market for consumers other than the United States, and NEO is China based. So again, it's a higher risk reward type of stock, so I'm willing to own it long term. Good morning, all as well. Thank you so much. Good morning. Support level for Citi and good times to buy shares. If you're looking at Citibank here, really the best time to buy shares would be right here at your support, right around 61.87. Seems about prudent to buy shares in Citi. The question is, will you get an opportunity? Sure. I mean, I know in the summer what I'm expecting is a little bit of a correction, a little bit of a pullback, maybe 5 to 7% on the S&P. Can't just go up forever. Again, April seasonality is nice, but right around May, June, July, we'll get a little bit of sideways action, a little choppiness. I wouldn't expect much. Any idea on JPM funding new soccer league? Well, I'm a big soccer fan, and that's something that a couple of my friends and I have debated. I personally love it. Again, I like to see the big teams play against each other. Again, I watch UEFA Champions League, I watch EPL, La Liga, Bundesliga, all of it. I'm a big soccer fan ever since I was a kid. So the fact that the big teams, the big clubs are coming together to play in their own league in order to generate revenue, I mean, that's capitalism in a sense. I mean, remember, if you're talking about like EPL and La Liga, I mean, like really 4 or 5 teams generate the bulk of the revenue, and they have to share it. Now, again, you have 2 schools of thought here. You have the NBA. NBA has 32 teams, right? We know that, or 30 teams. But how many teams really compete for a title? Maybe 4, if that. Warriors, wherever KD is on, wherever team LeBron's on, Kawhi Leonard's team, wherever. Again, you have stars that run the show. Soccer's no different. Stars run the show. When the stars run the show and everyone's all about stars, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get people saying, I only want to watch Real Madrid. I only want to watch Barcelona. And I don't care about Sevilla. I don't care about Villarreal. I don't care about Sheffield United. I don't care about Celtic. I don't care about Monaco, as an example. They want to see the big players. That's what draws the attention. So if you're watching Champions League, I mean, are you really caring about RB Leipzig versus Chelsea? You probably don't care, unless you're a Chelsea fan. But if you start getting to knockout stages, again, you start seeing City versus PSG, or you're seeing City versus Dortmund, or United hasn't made Champions League. They got knocked out. Or you're seeing Bayern versus PSG. Again, those are big clubs. They get the higher ratings. So what are these clubs doing? They're saying, hey, we know we make the money. Why are we sharing it? So that's kind of the NBA type player star-driven leagues are driven with. The NFL is a little different. The NFL actually profit shares everything. So a team like the Cleveland Browns or the Jacksonville Jaguars that don't make a ton of revenue, they share their money with the Dallas Cowboys, the New England Patriots, the New York Giants, the really rich teams, the teams that make the bulk of the revenue. So, but that's their agreement. That's how they do it. So again, the NFL, there's a reason why they have the highest TV ratings. There's a reason why they have a hard salary cap. You can't go above the salary cap. If UEFA actually gave a damn about the smaller teams, there would be a salary cap. So then all the best players could have a chance to play on different teams. Imagine Mbappe played at Burnley or at Everton. If everyone had the same amount of money, if you want to call it socialism, whatever, then it'd be more equal. But again, listen, I'll watch Super Cup. I don't care. Everyone who doesn't want to watch it, I call BS. You're going to watch soccer regardless. What else are you going to watch at the end of the day? If you're a soccer fan, you're going to watch it. Is it a good time to buy NEO? What is it? EH? Right now it's at the 200-day. I have an alert at 30. If that breaks, then I'll go ahead and buy. Optimistic in QQQ in the near term with tech earnings? Yes, I'm expecting earnings to give us a nice little bounce. So again, Netflix does report tomorrow. Let's see what their earnings does. I would not trade Netflix on earnings. First of all, it's way too expensive. And secondly, it could be very volatile. So be very careful. Do you see Apple going to the 138 upside this week? I do. I do think Apple does get above. But again, I'm waiting for an alert at 135.71. If that does break, then I'll go ahead and place some calls. But until then, I'm just waiting. Morning, boss. Are you ever on the lookout for SPY puts? Yeah, of course. We're always on the lookout. But again, do you want to short this right here? That's the tough part. There's not getting a lot of opportunities to short. There's other stocks to short, but SPY, there's no opportunity there. Yeah, thank you so much. Space. Love space long term, but to trade it, a little difficult. Looking at it here, pretty ugly on the hourly. If we bring up the daily, and my alert is at $20.19 to add more shares. But for right now, nothing really going on. There's actually a gap to fill right here on the 200-day moving average. So if you're playing upside, space might be the way to go. Can you chart Disney? Yeah, let's go ahead and chart it together. Looking at Disney here, I mean, not much there on the daily. I mean, you're basically just rejecting the 50. If we do break down the hourly, it's a sideways action for the past, what, maybe 2 weeks? So no, there's really nothing going on. I mean, if you start breaking 190, maybe we can have a conversation. CLNE, Clean Energy Fuels. They are up pre-market. I don't know much about them, so I can't really speak on them. I have no idea, but I wouldn't go chasing this. Football long-term outlook. Love football TV. I actually have football TV set up on my monitor next to me, and I have CNBC with my Roku. So I hooked up my Roku on my widescreen monitor, and I have CNBC playing right around here, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So, I mean, I highly recommend football. Well, not highly recommend, but I own it. But I love football, the app. I highly recommend the app. The stock, I mean, everyone is different. But right below 1531 as my next level, I actually bought some more last week, and I'll continue to buy some more long term. Again, you're talking about holding for 5+ years. That's how I think. I don't care about short-term movements of a $10 move. I don't care. 5 years. I'm not going to touch this money for 5 years. So again, I want to go into businesses that are going to grow. Having a little more of an aggressive portfolio than most people. But again, that's just how I invest. Entry point for NASDAQ 100. I mean, right now, is there an entry point to buy the actual QQQ? Really, the entry point, if you're looking for a discount, is really 338.26. That's your next support level. But currently, I mean, if you buy off the 100-day moving average, that's not bad. Not a bad idea. If you're trying to buy ahead of earnings, not a bad idea. All right, guys, just a heads up, our premium YouTube live trading group, we're going to start I'm going to get back on here at about 7 minutes at 9:20. If you're interested in signing up in our live trading room, we do it once a week, every Tuesday. I didn't do it last week because I finally got internet set up. So today, and I believe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, I will do our live session to make up. So today's session will be to make up for last week. If you're interested in joining our YouTube premium, which is where I trade live, it's 4 sessions a month, and it's once every week. If you're interested, go to our website, GARcapitalfx.com. I'm the one who does the live trading right here. If you like the morning note, this is exactly what we do. We trade live. I post the trade on the community page, and I also tell you guys when I exit. So again, if you like the live setups, you like me talking for the most part, you're going to love that. So we'll leave it there. Last question here on Alibaba. Love Alibaba. I believe they were downgraded today. That's where the stock's getting a little pressure. If we go ahead and update here on the daily, my level to break is 220. That's my support. If that does break, then I'll go ahead and buy more shares. My upside break is 247.65. The problem is I would not touch BABA here because there's a gap to fill at 228.04. So wait for that gap to fill. If you do anything, we may get some more downward pressure. You can see this wedge has been basically respected the whole way. The only way we would break out would be at 247.65, which is the 100-day moving average. If that happened, I would target 260 calls, but I don't think that's going to happen. So again, I'll wait on Alibaba. I think we'll get a little more of a downside move. There's a gap to fill right at 225. So again, interesting enough, if you start breaking down below 236.21, let's go and place that alert, then you can possibly play a gap fill down. So again, that's something to watch for. Again, if you're looking for some weakness, and maybe play some puts, BABA may be the shot here. Again, nothing on SPY for puts, but again, BABA could be interesting here as well. I own shares in BABA, so again, it'd be a nice little hedge. All right, guys, we'll go and leave it there. Have a great rest of your day. I will catch you guys tomorrow for the morning note, and have a good one, team.